Oh, hello. I was just finishing up a little surprise, but more on that later. I'm Professor Esther Hester, and this is my lab partner, Jester. Say hello, Jester. Today, we will use science to learn about your lungs. Did you know your lungs are like a balloon? Whoops! Nice catch, Jester. I'll need this for our experiment later. But first, let's see what lungs look like using my own invention, Professor Hester's awesome body scanner. I have 2 lungs. One on the left, one on the right. They look like pink balloons, don't they? This muscle below my lungs is called the diaphragm. When my diaphragm moves down, air goes into my lungs through my mouth and nose. When my diaphragm moves up, it pushes the air out of my lungs. It's easier to see how this works when I take big, deep breaths. Watch. We scientists like to see how things work, but we also like to make models so we can play around with them to understand why things work the way they do. And you know what that means. It's time for another Professor Hester tester. We'll need a balloon, a plastic water bottle, a plastic bag, a pair of scissors, and a rubber band. Thank you, Jester. First, we slide the balloon inside the bottle and wrap the end around the top like this. Next, we carefully cut the bottom off the bottle. Then, we cut a round piece out of our plastic bag, about this big. Now, place the plastic over the bottom of the bottle and wrap the rubber band around it, like so. Gently pull the edges of the plastic so it's nice and tight. There! The bottle is like your chest. The pink balloon is like your lungs. And the plastic on the bottom is like your diaphragm. Now let's take a breath. Gently pull the diaphragm down and look, the balloon fills with air. Push the diaphragm back up and the air leaves the balloon. Breathe in, breathe out. In, out. That's how your lungs work. Isn't it amazing? My breathing changes depending on what I'm doing. Right now, I'm just standing here, so I breathe slowly. But what would happen if Jester and I played a game of tag? Ready, Jester? Oh, come on, Jester. Here boy. You're it. Come on. When I'm active, my body needs more oxygen, which is a kind of gas that's in the air, so I breathe faster. Your lungs' job is to make sure your body has the right amount of oxygen to do what you want it to do. Soccer, swimming, dancing, hiking, jumping rope, basketball, hula hooping, walking, playing at the park, and so much more. Your lungs do so much for you. In fact, an adult usually breathes between 17,000 to 28,000 times every day. That's millions of breaths of air every year. By the time you're 75 years old, you'll have taken enough breaths of air to fill 40 million of these balloons. Our lungs do so much for us, it just takes my breath away.